It's now time for Trivia Tracks with yours truly, Price Robertson. This episode of Trivia Tracks is brought to you by Ouachita Valley Respiratory Care, where you can breathe a little easier, and Beth Smith at Edward Jones. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. His was the original fourth television network. Alan DuMont was born in Brooklyn on January 29, 1901. At age 10, he was stricken with polio and was quarantined at his family's Eastern Parkway apartment for nearly a year. At this time, DuMont developed an interest in science, specifically wireless radio communication. It wasn't long before his father bought him a crystal radio receiver. While recuperating from polio, DuMont was advised to swim to regain the use of his legs. In 1915, he became the youngest American to obtain a first-class commercial radio operator's license at age 14. Years later, in 1928, he began working for Lee DeForest, who invented the Audion tube in 1906. Together, the two laid out plans for what would become the first cathode ray tube for TV reception. In 1938, DuMont's Model 180 television receiver was the first all-electronic television set ever sold to the public, a few months prior to RCA's first set almost a year later. In 1946, he founded the first TV network to be licensed, the DuMont Television Network, initially by linking station WABD in New York City to station W3XWT, which later became WTTG in Washington, D.C. WTTG was named for Dr. Thomas T. Goldsmith, DuMont's vice president of research and his best friend. WABD would later become WNEW and is now WNYW. DuMont's successes in television picture tubes, TV sets and components, and his involvement in commercial TV broadcasting made him the first millionaire in the business. The DuMont network was not an unqualified success, being faced with the major problem of how to make a profit without the benefit of an already established radio network as a base. After 10 years, Alan DuMont shuttered the network and sold what remained of his television operations to John Kluge in 1956. Among other things, DuMont was the first to provide funding for educational television broadcasting and received numerous honorary degrees and awards, including the Cross of Knight, awarded by the French government, the Westinghouse Award, and the DeForest Medal, named in honor of his mentor, Lee DeForest. Since DuMont's death on November 14, 1965, at the age of 64, his network's latter-day obscurity, caused mainly by the destruction of its extensive program archive by the 1970s, has prompted TV historian David Weinstein to refer to it as the Forgotten Network. Till next time, I'm Price Robertson. Amazed by today's trivia? Then join me every Monday through Friday morning for Trivia Tracks on Fox Sports Camden 97.1.